What's up guys, Mike here, and today we are back with another rebuild, and I've got to say, I am very excited to do this because Porzingis and Luka, that honestly sounds like kind of a dream combination for me, and it just gives us the possibility to do so much with this rebuild. And guys, we are going to be doing 3 seasons here. Make sure you subscribe just so you don't miss any videos in the future. And I've got to say, 500,000 subscribers, that's a pretty big mark, so let's get there. Anyway, as for today, we are going to do our first season with Porzingis healthy the whole time. The reason for that is that 2K's start now mode is basically non-existent at this point, which means, in other words, we don't really have an option. I mean, we could just bench Porzingis and just play out the rest of the season like that, but in my opinion, that's kind of cheating because we'd end up getting a really good draft pick. Let's just start off year 1, and right away, we are going to be looking at trades. Now, what I always do when looking at trades in year 1 is I trade away basically everyone that only has 1 year left on their contract and is a restricted free agent. Right now, that means JJ, Dirk, Mejri, pretty sure that's how you say that, Trey Burke. Now, Trey Burke and Courtney Lee and Tim Hardaway Jr. I will keep on the team for this year because in real life, they're not going to be able to be traded. Again, I'm kind of just making rules to make this harder for myself, honestly. We're also going to be keeping Porzingis and Luka no matter what. I am able to trade Harrison Barnes, though, so we might want to start with him. He has a 2.5 trade star value. We can combine him with JJ Barea, and let's just start this off by seeing what we could get for these guys. Okay, so right away, we could trade JJ, Harrison, and Dwight Powell, and in return we could get Steven Adams and Dennis Schroeder. Now, I just like this trade. I'm with it. This gives us currently a starting lineup of Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway Jr., Luka, Porzingis, and Steven Adams. Now, I've also got to say we are not going to trade Dirk just because that seems like blasphemy, so he's off the table. And we're also able to do this trade to get Larry Nance Jr. Now, I don't like this trade really for the future at all, but as you see, Larry Nance Jr. does become a little better as a power forward, and that is a tradable contract. We'll be able to move that in the offseason. The thing is, we don't really have too many superstars right now, so I don't really have a problem going 8-man deep. And yeah, I think this is what our lineup is going to look like. We're actually going to be playing Trey Burke ahead of both Courtney Lee and Dirk just because we need another guard in there. Okay, and with all that said, let's start this off. And as you can see, our team chemistry is horribly low. The thing is, this is kind of a weird first season deal just because we are at the trade deadline in real life, and again, Porzingis is hurt for the entire season, so this is kind of just a what-if scenario, really. What if Porzingis was on the team for the entire year? And as for my plans for this team, in a recent rebuild, I did try to have like a small ball kind of lineup where everyone could shoot and everyone was kind of a playmaker. I think that might be the perfect thing to build towards. The reason being, of course, that we have the potentially perfect, I don't even want to say small ball, but potentially perfect center for that kind of lineup in Porzingis. I mean, the man is a star. He is able to shoot the 3. He's really everything we could want out of that kind of rotation. So the goals for this scenario are going to be 4 things. 1, win at least 2 championships. 2, I want to set the scoring record. That would be awesome. 3, I want to set the 3-point record for 3-pointers in a season. And 4, I want to set the wins record, but we have yet to do that this year. Maybe with this team we can, just because we're already starting out with 2 stars. I guess we'll see. Okay, and we're at the trade deadline, and these are 2 guys that are not going to be on the team next year, so why not move them? Other than that, as you can see, we can get Finney Smith. There you go, $3 million. Okay, so he's another guy we are now going to be able to move in the offseason, which is perfect because I want some kind of high pick. By the way, just looking at this, Larry Nance Jr. is actually best as a small forward. Schroeder's best as a shooting guard. Adams is way better as a power forward. Brunson is better as a shooting guard. So we're going to go ahead and just do all of that right now. But yeah, as you see, we are at the All-Star break right now. I'm not expecting Luka to make the All-Star team. I did expect Porzingis to make it, but nope, no love for Dallas. As of right now, though, we are 5th in the West, which is pretty awesome. But again, I'm not too surprised because Dallas was almost a playoff team without Porzingis. Now we added a great player, and we're getting smacked as I'm talking. We have lost so many games in a row. Like, what is happening? Okay, come on. And just finishing up the year, you could see we completely collapsed. We ended 41-41. Luka was rookie of the year, and Luka was also third team All-NBA, which is cool, but Porzingis was nothing, which is unfortunate. We were a playoff team though. However, at 41-41, you know, like, did we want to be a playoff team? At this point, Dirk, you're getting 20 minutes because it's your last season. Luka, let's go all in. And also same with Porzingis. If we're gonna lose our way. So simulate playoffs, boom, we are losing. Big game 3 win, big game 4 win though. Oh, we've got the momentum. And we win. All right, 7-game series, but it's not stopping, and we're already down 2-0. Okay. Boom. Eliminated in the second round. Swept. Whoever's applied for the broom job, stay away. The job does not apply for when we get swept. As you can see in the East, the Knicks did not make the playoffs. That's not exactly a surprise. And the Warriors win the championship. Also not a surprise. I realized I didn't look at our stats. Schroeder averaged 25 a game, shooting pretty well. Porzingis did well. His rebounding is not where we'd want it, but his shot blocking is, which is really great. That means that if we do play him at center, which I want to, he's really not going to hurt us at that center position. And we are now at the draft lottery. In the draft lottery, it's Suns, Bulls, and Heat top 3 picks. Knicks number 5. We do not have a first round pick right now, but that is about to change. First, let's sign staff though, and it would be nice to get this man as our assistant GM. And the big thing here is Rick Carlisle, while in real life I would never fire him, he is one of the better coaches in my opinion in the NBA. 2K just has that man's ratings way too low, and we do go ahead and replace him with Michael Stauffer. Okay, so the number 1 pick would do wonders for us right now, but do we have the trade pieces? I mean, Steven Adams and Schroeder combined are pretty solid here. However, by giving up Dennis Schroeder, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Larry Nance Jr., we are able to get pick number 2, which is immediately incredibly helpful. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and assume that Zion is the number 1 pick. Of course he is. He really is always dominant in these. But again, one of the goals that I have is building a team that sets the 3-point record. Zion is not a great 3-point shooter in this, so I think it makes sense to not draft Zion. And we just traded for the number 7 overall pick. We got the 7 pick by trading Steven Adams, and now, as you see, we just got the number 4 overall pick by moving the 7th pick along with Courtney Lee and Jalen Brunson. So yeah, not only did we just shed a ton of cap space to get free agents, but now we have the number 2 and 4 picks in this draft to go along with Luka and Porzingis. I gotta say, I like where this is headed. Now we are in the actual draft. Sim to use your pick, and like I thought, Zion is gone, but RJ Barrett is available. So is Bol. I haven't taken RJ in a while, and RJ also makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and take RJ, and now with the 4th pick, would you look at that? Bol's still available, so let's take him. All right, great. We get RJ and Bol. Perfect. We also have like one of the last picks in the 2nd round. For that pick, I guess we'll just take the best guy available. Let's go ahead. All right, and so there we go. We already have a core of Luka, RJ, Bol, and Porzingis. Pretty solid, pretty solid. We also, like I said, have a ton of cap room, $54 million in cap room. Okay, so of course the first order of business here is going to be keeping Porzingis. Let's see if we can get him on a front contract. So as for the 2nd guy we are going to target, already Porzingis is willing to match this contract offer with the Nets. Hurts. We also did try to get Kyrie, did not work out. We also tried to get Clay, did not work out. Okay, here we are right now. Things are not going great. Can we get D'Angelo? Very doubtful. Nets probably going to accept any offer for him. I guess we could throw in a team option. Not doing front, not doing front. Okay, and the Nets matched. All right, so there's only 1 player available right now, and that is Kevin Durant. We've never tried to get Kevin Durant in one of these. I'm just gonna try because at this point we've lost anyone we had any chance at, and Durant signs with the Knicks. All right, we have $46 million in cap space, and we cannot use any of it right now. Disgusting. At this point, I mean, someone like Mirotic at least fits what we're trying to do, and look, we do get him. All right, so we can play Mirotic at the power forward position, possibly as a starter, at least until Bol gets better. And let's just take a look at what our lineup would be right now. So taking a glance, Mirotic is the same as a small forward or power forward, so that's good. Luka is around the same as a shooting guard, and RJ gets worse as a point guard, as does Luka. So we really could use a distributing point guard. I don't love the options we have here. but really we need a point guard. I don't want to take any years off. And so if we can get Eric Bledsoe here, we're just going to take him. All right, we got Bledsoe and we got Mirotic so far. Basically, the name of the game right now is just getting players that are going to have solid trade value. So look, we got Nerlens Noel as well. So not the worst free agency that we could have had, but we did not get any of the big names. I'm okay with this. In fact, I'm going to say I like this, especially because in the past, we've gotten names like Cousins and Klay Thompson quite a bit. So at least this is different, is what I'm telling myself, as I hope and pray that it works out. Looking at training camps, we have 2. Now, I want Porzingis' rebounding up, but what's more important right now is making sure that guys like Luka progress as much as possible, and guys like Bol Bol or RJ are the best possible prospects we can have. So RJ, you also can get untapped potential. All right, here we are, start of season 2, and just looking at this, can we offer anyone? We can actually offer Jeremy Lin a contract, so let's just go ahead and do that. All right. Again, another trade piece. This is also the year that we are going to be putting our offense in place. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, hopefully eventually it does. So we are using the Warriors playbook: shoot at will, crash offensive glass, neutral, play physical defense, and run in transition. Our system proficiency is of course going to be at 7 seconds. And we also made Porzingis into a center and Bol Bol into a power forward. This is the lineup we're going to be going with. I am kind of curious to see who we'd be able to trade for when it comes to December 15th. So actually, yeah, let's stop around there. So here we are at December 15th, and we're 19-6. I'm not messing with anything. We're just going right to the All-Star break. Maybe we'll actually step at the trade deadline to see if we can move anyone with a 1-year contract or anything like that. But as for now, very happy with this team. Very surprised with this team. Let's do it. Okay, and so at the trade deadline, I did say stop. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do this. There's no reason not to, other than it hurting our team chemistry a little bit, but I'm okay with that because we are 37-18, which is crazy. So let's just get to the All-Star break here. Great wins to end things off. And as for the All-Stars, we've got Luka, and that's it. No respect at all. We're 40-19. We have 1 All-Star. What is this? The only thing we should do at this point is just go to the end of the year. I cannot overstate how surprised I am that we are already this good. I thought we were gonna have to make some major changes, but you know, maybe this is enough. I don't know. Obviously, we will try to bring in more talent, but I mean, wow, just wow. Okay, and here we are at the end of the season, 56-26. RJ is rookie of the year. What is happening? All right, Luka, first team All-NBA. I mean, second team All-NBA for Porzingis, but not an All-Star, whatever. We are also the top seed in the West, which is amazing. We're actually the top seed in general. The Knicks are the top seed in the East, behind Dennis Smith Jr. and Kevin Durant. I don't know. Here are our final season stats. Our top 5, all doing it. Team stats. We did lead the NBA in scoring, but we're way off the scoring record. We did not lead the NBA in 3-pointers made, not even close. But again, we'll build our team. We'll get there. As for right now, we are going through the first round of playoffs. And is it? Oh, we were so close to the sweep. All right, 5 games though. Let's go. So our team is legit. We're in the second round now against the Warriors, but they do not have Durant. We know that. And we are up 3-1. 4. Oh my God. Let's go. So we're in the Western Conference Finals. We're just going to keep going. The Knicks lost and we're up 3-0. Can we win? We just swept. Bring out the brooms. We're in the NBA Finals in year 2. Ben, Jimmy, Wilson, Jonah Bolden, of course, and Embiid with Pau Gasol and Markelle on the bench. All right, here we go. They're 42-40. Of course, we're simcasting. What is happening? How are we? I don't know. I have no words. We're up in game 1. Guys, if you have been watching the rebuild so far, it is always such a struggle to build a championship team. I have no idea how in year 2, we've already done this. Okay, and I'm not even speaking too early. We're up 3-0. If at this point we lose, that's going to be incredibly embarrassing. Brooms? Bring out the broom. We just swept in the NBA Finals. What? This is year 2. For whatever reason, our starting lineup just perfectly worked out. That's just amazing. That also means that, to me at this point, we're playing with house money. Again, I want to win 2 championships, but I also said that I wanted to set the scoring record and I wanted to set the 3-point record. So we are going to be making some moves, because if we just kept the team like it is right now, that would be a pretty boring rebuild. And here we are, draft lottery results. Nets get the first pick. We have the 30th pick. And in this offseason, we are going to be looking to make moves, and Bledsoe does become better as a shooting guard. Nerlens also becomes better as a power forward. Jeremy Lin better as a shooting guard. So Bledsoe is a 4-star, Nerlens 2.5, and Jeremy Lin 2.5. That is a lot of trade value to work on. I don't know. We'll get to that in a second. Let's make sure we have a solid CEO running things. Okay, boom. And if we can trade up a little in the draft, I would actually like that too, just because these draft picks end up becoming very good trade pieces. And so using those guys, we are able to get the number 12 pick overall. So we've got the 12th and 30th pick coming up. And with the number 12 pick, I think we're going to go ahead and take James Wiseman. Yeah, let's do that. As for pick number 30, the 19th overall prospect is still available. So I'm just not even gonna think about it. James Wiseman's a 78, Io's a 71. Looking at free agency, we currently have minus $4 million in cap room, and there's not really anyone I would want, honestly, which means we are gonna try to make a trade here. All right, so the Magic apparently were not interested in that trade before I added a single second-round pick, but yeah, as you saw, we just traded Bledsoe, Jeremy Lin, and a second-round pick for Vucevic. Vucevic is probably the perfect center slash power forward for this, because as you can see, he shot 41% from 3 last year, and as a power forward, he gets better. He becomes a 90. So that works out very well. Now, we did just trade our point guard, and needs to be fixed immediately. And in order to replace that point guard, I want to make sure we get a guy that shoots a ton of threes. D'Angelo Russell shoots a ton of threes. He made 230 last year. Devin Booker made almost 300 last year. So if we get Devin Booker, that is the goal here. All right, so to get Devin Booker, we'd have to trade all 3 of these guys. That is not ideal. Definitely would leave our bench with basically absolutely no depth. However, we went ahead and did it. Why? Because again, we're playing with house money right now, but with Devin, RJ, Luka, Vucevic, and Porzingis, the lowest 3-point shooter we have right now is RJ, and he is only a B-. I mean, we'll see what happens after player progression, but yeah, that definitely is a problem. Yeah, let's just go to the beginning of next season. Looking at player progression, RJ already progressed. He is just a B-. That's unfortunate. He's too good to, you know, trade at this point. But looking at how many threes we make next season, again, we might make some. So looking at the roster we have now, we are going to be sending guys to perimeter shooting camp, and let's send Devin there. And you know what, RJ, I want to keep you. We sent him to perimeter shooting camp. Did it work? He is a solid B now, so that's good. All right, and looking at the start of year 3, free agents, possibly Shabazz here. Okay, yeah, this man definitely shoots a ton of threes. He does accept our offer, and I'm gonna see if he's better as a shooting guard, which he is. Okay, cool. Now, Wiseman is not a 3-point shooter at all, so eventually he's gonna have to be moved. As of right now, he is going to be getting 10 minutes a game though, and this is what our lineup's gonna be looking like. Still running the same system proficiency. In our first year, we did have Porzingis as our top scoring option and Luka number 2. This season, we're just gonna go no preference, get shooters open, because I just want our guys passing to whoever's open. Okay, and so you see our team chemistry is a solid 41%. That's where we want it. Obviously kidding. That means that we might have some rough games to start, but 2-1, 2-2. All right, let's just get to that all-star break though. I think things will turn around as our chemistry gets up, and as I'm speaking, we're already 5-2, so solid. Okay, and so we are at the All-Star break year 3, and we have been killing it. We are 44-15 right now, and looking at All-Star participants, we've got Vucevic and Kristaps. So no Luka, no 2 All-Stars, absurd, just whatever. But I've got to say, again, I did not expect this team to be this good this fast, but, you know, I guess that's what happens when you add Luka and Porzingis to the same team. They already have proven to be so dominant. This is just awesome. I'm also really excited to see what happens by the end of this season stat-wise, especially 3-pointers made-wise. And here we are, the end of year 3, and Steph averages 38 points a game casually, you know. But we're 61 and 21. No one on the first or second team. No, second team, we have Vucevic. All right, awesome. And Luka is third team All-NBA. We again are the top seed. And looking at our stats, Porzingis with 27 a game, 9 rebounds, 3.7 blocks. How is this man not on any kind of All-NBA team? Booker with 27 a game. RJ, Vucevic, Luka doing their things. And as for team stats, we do lead the NBA in scoring, but that is not a record. 3-pointers made, did not lead in 3-pointers made. It came in second to the Warriors, probably because Steph put up around, he made 576 threes in 82 games. That's around 7 made threes a game by himself. So yeah, if we wanted to set the 3-point record, we'd need Steph on our team. As for the playoffs here, I don't want to say I'm cocky, but I'm definitely confident. We killed it last year, and there we go, 5-game win. The Warriors just swept though. Who knows? Okay, yup, lost. Are you joking? Yup, okay, there we go. So we lose in 6 games to the Warriors because they have the greatest player in the world. Steph is averaging like 40 a game. That's going to wrap up today's rebuild. If we were to go 5 seasons, I'm sure we'd win another championship, but we did win one in year 2. I wish we could go longer, but again, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that or any videos on this channel. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. You're awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music. By the way, if you're still here while the music is cued, here are 2 videos I think you are going to love watching. All you have to do is just click on either one of them on the screen right here. And other than that, guys, again, have a great day and peace.